Hey, what's going on, guys? So many of you know me as the Palantir hater or the Palantir bear, somebody who has notoriously talked about Palantir, as well as all of the influencers on YouTube and Twitter who have continuously pumped this stock and encouraged their fans to buy it no matter what price or valuation the stock is at. But in today's video, we are going to talk objectively about this stock, and I will not be a hater. I'm just going to give the honest to God truth about Palantir stock, and we're just going to keep it all the way real here. So Palantir is up 131% since I made videos saying that it was going to go to like $2, or I don't even know what I said. I was saying all kind of crazy stuff about Palantir because I just hate that company so much. I think it said it would go to like $1 or something. People got really, really mad. But yeah, so as right now, you can clearly see on the chart, it's up 131% in the last 6 months. Now, if we go to another chart of Palantir, so right around here, yeah, about January or so, right around here, maybe even around here in February when it was at $7, all of this around here is around the time when I said that Palantir is crap, Palantir is trash, I hate the stock, it'll probably go to $1, all the clowns that are promoting the stock are crazy, you're going to lose all your money, and people got really mad and blah, 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 and long story short, the stock has done nothing. Well, it stayed flat for a while, as you can clearly see on this chart. It did stay flat for a while. It just kind of hung between the $9 to $7 range. And then all of a sudden, it just went to the moon after they reported earnings, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure after they reported earnings, this thing just went to the absolute moon. And now I guess I look crazy. Or do I? See, there's so many different things to pick apart with Palantir. See, it's easy to see a stock go up 131% and say, oh, Echoes is an idiot, he's wrong. You know, some crazy person typed in the comments on one of my old Palantir videos, I should sue you for giving terrible financial advice. You told me not to buy Palantir, and now it's up 131%. I couldn't do anything but laugh. People on the internet are freaking nuts. But so here's the deal. When you look at it like that, oh, Echoes said, you know, Palantir is bad, don't buy it, blah, 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 and now it's up 131%, he's crazy. See, that's the primitive way of looking at it, okay? That's the simple-minded way of looking at it. I think a better way of looking at it is really pay attention to what I've been saying. Now, don't get me wrong. I still don't like Palantir. I am not a fan of that company. I do not think it's going to get to $20. Maybe it does, I don't know, but I don't think it'll stay there. That's the bottom line. And so what it really comes down to is when you look at Palantir, there's two things that I look at. One, why is the stock up so much? Is the stock up because of momentum? Because make no mistake, in the past, there's no doubt about it, Palantir has been a hype stock, a momentum stock. It just has been. That's historically what the stock has been ever since they got on the stock market, okay? So the question is it up for the same reasons that it shot up in the past? Is it up because of hype or is it up because of fundamentals? I think it's both. I truly, truly believe it's both. So now, like I said, it comes down to two things. Why is the stock up? Is it up because of hype? And the other thing is, what is your average cost in Palantir? See, nobody ever wants to talk about that. Everybody always wants to talk about, oh, the stock's up, shut up, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, what's your return in the stock? All of the people who are in the Palantir code who are probably going to comment in this video being crybabies, what is your average cost in the stock? Is it $25 like most people is? Or is it $7? You see, if you got Palantir stock at $7, then congratulations, you did great. But we all know that most people in the Palantir code who've been buying Palantir for years, your average cost ain't no dang $7. Your average cost is between $18 to $25. And so what does that mean? That means that you more than likely are either still down in the stock and are still losing money and you're hoping and praying that it goes up even more so you get your money back, or you're at a point now where you spent several years buying the dip and you're just now breaking even when you could have just put that money in S&P 500 and you'd be up. See what I'm saying? So now let's look at something real quick. So first off, I got to make sure I check my dates too. Okay, see, this is February 13th. We got to be careful here. Let's see. May. Yeah, there we go. May. This is when the stock really shot up to the moon. Oh, by the way, honorable mention. Shout out to Tom Nash. Dude, you need to stop. Like, what the? So he's got this weird grift thing going on where he's saying Palantir 7 reasons to buy, why Palantir will dominate every other stock in 2023. And now he's running with this insane thing where he's saying Palantir is going to go to $500. You can clearly see in this video, he says, how high can Palantir stock go? And then in the thumbnail, he has Palantir with 500. Then at the top, he has another video, Palantir to 500, and then he has $500 in the thumbnail. Now, Tom Nash, I understand. You want to get views. You want to do the little hype thing because that's going to get you views. You want the clicks. I get it. But at what cost, Tom Nash? I mean, I just think that it's extremely unethical and just terrible to do this because, unfortunately, there are some people in the Palantir cult who really believe that Palantir will one day hit $500. I know. Some of you guys who are more rational thinkers and probably have a finance background and understand how this stuff really works, you're probably looking at me like there's no way people believe this. I'm telling you, people really believe Tom Nash when he says that Palantir is going to go to $500. And it's absolutely scary, I know. But let's go ahead and look at Palantir. So what happened? So Palantir basically said that they're finally going to be profitable. And it says right here, Palantir jumps on forecasts for profit every quarter in 2023, as well as AI demand. And see, this right here, this article right here fully encapsulates what I honestly believe. I think that a big reason why Palantir is up is, yes, it's gotten a little bit better. The company seems to be doing better than it was doing in 2023. Yes. And then also AI demand. Because look at stocks like NVIDIA. NVIDIA has just absolutely went to the moon because we're literally in this hype train right now. We are in this AI bubble that was started by the rise of ChatGPT. Ever since ChatGPT went to the moon and it got millions of users, everybody else who had something to do with AI, their stocks just started jumping. And I want to be very clear here. I don't think Palantir is only up because of AI profit, because of AI demand. But I think that that's a huge reason. I think it's a mixture. I think it's the AI demand. I think it's the retail, AMC crowd. I mean, I know the Palantir and AMC crowd are not the exact same, but I think that the Palantir crowd is no different than the AMC crowd. These people are buy and hold Palantir forever type people, which is absolutely insane. So, I think it's a mixture of those things. And then I think it is a mixture of the fundamentals have gotten a little better. So it says here, Palantir said Monday it expects to turn a profit every quarter in 2023, betting on interest unlike anything we've ever seen in its new artificial intelligence platform, sending its shares up about 20% in extended trading. I remember this. It had a crazy rally back in May. I do remember this. The new generative AI platform was launched 2 weeks ago and works on the same technology that's behind ChatGPT. See, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm telling you guys, a lot of the reason why the stock is up is definitely because of hype. Don't get me wrong. The stock has gotten better. The company's doing a little bit better than they were before. But I think my overall point here, guys, is, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree, and that's fine. I guess you guys are going to have to learn the hard way. I would not be surprised to see Palantir go back to like $10. I would not be surprised. Matter of fact, I think it'll probably happen. I really do. I think that, does the stock deserve to shoot up from $7 because of some of the new things, some of the new updates we got with the company? Sure. But does the stock deserve to be up 131% in 6 months? No. Okay, just no. Now, again, people are going to say, well, you know what? It doesn't matter what you think, Echoes. It happened. I don't care. But here's what I will say to you. This is where I get you back. It's easy to come to me and say, Echoes, it's up 131%. You're wrong. You're an idiot. You're crazy. I'm up 130%. I'm going to make all this money. Did you sell? No, you didn't. So you're making the exact same mistake that you made in 2020 when Palantir went to the moon. Oh, you think this is the first rodeo I've seen? You think I don't remember when Palantir went from like $9 to like $25 back in December of 2020? You think I don't remember that? Yeah, this ain't my first rodeo. We've literally seen this happen before. Let's look at the chart. Look at this right here. Palantir in October of 2020 was at $9. Next thing you know, it shoots all the way up to $23 in December of 2020. Then January 21, when we had that crazy bubble that was mostly led by Cathie Wood. I remember that. That 2021 bubble was crazy. Anything Cathie Wood bought went to the moon. So Palantir went to $35. I'm not entirely sure if Cathie Wood bought it during this period, just to be clear. Actually, I don't think she did. I think she ended up buying it later on, but that's a different story. The bottom line is 2021, Cathie Wood was buying all kinds of stocks, and every stock she bought went to the moon. So anyway, I just want to make sure that I'm clear here, because people are going to say what they want, but if you don't lock in that profit, you can't talk smack, because there are a ton of people who are up 100, 200%. in CCIV, which is now Lucid Motors, in Virgin Galactic, in freaking Matterport, Tattooed Chef, Corsair Gaming, Upstart. There were so many hype stocks that people were up huge in, and they make the same mistake every time. They talk crap on the internet, they pump their chest out, and then what happens? These stocks plunge. So unless you're locking in that 131% gain, capital gain in the stock, I don't want to freaking hear it. Because this stock could easily go to $9, $10 tomorrow. Easily. Very, very easily. Very, very easily. And if you think that this stock is going to go to like $25, $30, I think you're out of your mind. I really think you're out of your mind. But even if it does, it doesn't matter because you guys are caught up in a cult. So it does not matter because you guys are so caught up in the cult, you're never going to sell. You're never, ever going to sell. The stock you guys can literally be up 300%. You're never going to sell. And then once it goes all the way back down, then you're going to be like, oh, crap, I should have sold. And then what you're going to do is you're going to trick your brains and say, oh, well, if it went up that much before, it can do it again. Let me buy the dip. That's the mistake you guys keep making. If you're up 131%, unless you have a very strong, unless you want to avoid taxes, which is perfectly understandable. If you want to avoid taxes, I think that's perfectly understandable. Although I would argue, if you don't have a ridiculous amount of money in here, I still think you should sell for a gain and just pay the taxes. That's personally what I would do. Now, if you have so much money in here, like tens of thousands of dollars, that you're like, I don't want to pay all that money in taxes, then fine. But I know most retail investors don't have that much money. So in my personal opinion, if you're up 131%, you might as well sell. But it doesn't matter because you're not going to do it anyway. Okay, last thing I want to show is this part right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is this is not the average Palantir investor. This guy said he owns 11,311 Palantir shares. By the way, I don't believe him. I really don't believe you. Maybe you do, but I just really don't believe you. But, maybe he does. Who knows? Where's the comment I was looking for, though? Here it is right here. This comment right here, guys, is the average Palantir investor. And this is the key thing right here. So this guy says, he's being honest, too. I respect the honesty. He says he started buying Palantir at $24. Then he thought it was a great bargain at $18. Then he thought it was a steal at $14. It was like buying gold at copper prices at $10. His last buy was at $8. How do you make a small fortune with Palantir? Start with a large one, LOL. This is the average Palantir investor. They bought at $24. They bought at $18. They bought at $14. And then when it got to $8, they probably bought again because they're in this little cult. And by the way, that doesn't bring your average cost to $8. Like if this guy bought at 24, 18, 14, and 8, that would put his average cost pretty much at exactly what I said. Most of the people who bought Palantir, their average cost is between $17 to $20. So the average investor in Palantir just broke even, or they're still down. So what are you all bragging about? Okay, sure. Congratulations. You're up 131% in 6 months. Oh, I'm sorry. The stock is up 131% in 6 months. But my question is, what are you up? Are you up 131% in 6 months? And even more hilarious, are you smart enough to recognize that part of the reason why this stock is up so much in such a short amount of time is because of momentum and because it's kind of a meme stock. It's a cult stock. There's a bunch of crazy people on the internet who know nothing, who for whatever reason just can't get enough of this company. I just don't understand it. I think it's going to go to 500. So whatever, you can do whatever you want. I just want to make sure I say this. Before you talk smack, are you up 131% or are you broke even? Or are you still down 5-10%? If you are, shut the hell up. Get out of my comments. Be quiet. I don't want to hear another word. This company is still trash. It will always be trash. Actually, no, let me be careful. I'm gonna be respectful. It's actually not that trash anymore. It actually did get better, but it's still not worth what it is now, in my personal opinion. I just don't think it is. I don't think it's a $20 stock. I sure as hell don't think it's a $500 stock. I don't think it's a $30 stock. And I still think that Alex Karp is a piece of garbage who doesn't really care for investors. Obviously, that's debatable, but whatever. Anyway, that's all I really got about Palantir. Hopefully you guys kind of got what I'm kind of trying to say here. What I'm overall trying to say is most people who bought the stocks, average cost is ridiculously high. And also, The stock is mostly up because of the AI momentum. Let's see what happens 6 months from now when the AI momentum dies off. That is when Palantir gets really interesting. And yeah. Okay, anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.